Another day, another story. The spiritual significance of fasting in Islam. Introduction. Fasting is one of the most important practices in Islam and is prescribed by Allah in the Holy Quran. Every year, during the month of Ramadan, Muslims all over the world observe this practice as a way of seeking nearness to Allah and purifying their souls. The purpose of fasting is to help Muslims develop Taqwa, which means consciousness of God, and to strengthen their faith and spiritual connection with Allah. In this essay, we will explore the spiritual significance of fasting in Islam, its benefits, and how it helps Muslims connect with Allah. The purpose of fasting in Islam. Fasting in Islam has a much broader purpose than simply abstaining from food and drink. Its main goal is to help Muslims develop Taqwa, which is the foundation of Islamic faith. Taqwa refers to being conscious of God's presence at all times, and striving to live a life that is pleasing to Him. Fasting helps Muslims attain Taqwa by purifying their minds and bodies, strengthening their willpower, and bringing them closer to Allah. By abstaining from food and drink, Muslims learn to overcome their physical needs and resist temptation. This self-discipline is essential for spiritual growth and helps Muslims develop a strong sense of willpower that can be applied to other areas of their lives. Fasting also helps Muslims control their desires and impulses and focus on spiritual matters, such as prayer and reflection. In this way, fasting helps Muslims develop a deep sense of humility and submission to Allah. The benefits of fasting. Fasting has numerous benefits for both the mind and body. Physically, fasting allows the digestive system to rest, detoxifies the body, and helps regulate blood sugar levels. It also helps reduce the risk of chronic diseases such as diabetes, heart disease, and obesity. Mentally, fasting helps reduce stress and anxiety, promotes mental clarity, and improves mood. It also provides an opportunity for introspection and self-reflection, allowing Muslims to examine their lives, identify their weaknesses, and work towards self-improvement. Fasting also helps Muslims develop patience, as they learn to endure hunger and thirst throughout the day, and appreciate the blessings that Allah has bestowed upon them. Spiritually, fasting helps Muslims connect with Allah on a deeper level. It is a time for prayer, reflection, and spiritual contemplation. It is also a time for charity and giving to those in need, as Muslims are encouraged to share their blessings with others during the month of Ramadan. Fasting helps Muslims understand the plight of the less fortunate, and inspires them to be more compassionate and empathetic towards others. Fasting also helps Muslims seek forgiveness for their sins, and draw closer to Allah through increased acts of worship. Fasting as a means of worship. Fasting is considered one of the 5 pillars of Islam, along with the declaration of faith, prayer, charity, and pilgrimage. It is a mandatory act of worship for all adult, healthy Muslims who are not traveling, pregnant, or nursing. Fasting is observed from dawn to sunset, and during this time, Muslims are expected to refrain from food, drink, smoking, and sexual activity. In addition to fasting, Muslims are also expected to perform extra prayers, recite the Quran, and engage in acts of charity during Ramadan. These acts of worship help Muslims deepen their connection with Allah, seek His forgiveness, and earn His blessings. Muslims are also encouraged to break their fast in the company of others, and to invite guests to share their meals with them. This practice helps promote a sense of community and brotherhood among Muslims, and encourages them to strengthen their bonds with one another. Conclusion. In conclusion, fasting in Islam is a spiritual practice that has deep meaning and significance. It is a means of attaining Taqwa, developing self-discipline, and strengthening one's connection with Allah. Fasting also has numerous physical, mental, and spiritual benefits, and helps Muslims deepen their understanding of their faith. By observing fasting during the month of Ramadan, Muslims renew their commitment to Allah, seek His forgiveness, and strive to live a life that is pleasing to Him. Fasting is an essential part of Islamic worship, and a means of attaining spiritual purification and growth. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe for more story.